Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Soil here, and today I want to talk about average directional index, or ADX for short. It's one of the best and most effective indicators for evaluating the strength or weakness of a trend, and by the help of ADX you can discover if the market is trending or not, so that you can switch between trend following or non-trend following system. Alright, let's get started. As you can see, we have ADX here below the chart. ADX is the pink line, which is a non-directional indicator, and it only shows the strength of a trend regardless of the direction, whether the price is trending up or down. ADX is usually plotted with minus directional indicator, the orange line, and plus directional indicator, the blue line, and together they form a trading system that was developed by Wells Weiler. In some of trading platforms like MetaTrader, when you search and add average directional index, what you get is like this, the ADX with the two directional indicators. But in some other trading platforms like TradingView, when you search ADX and add it, you only get the ADX, the pink line. And for having also these two directional indicators, you must add directional movement index, which is what you see here. Alright, the ADX itself is derived from these two directional indicators, and these directional indicators are derived from directional movements, which are calculated based on the difference between two consecutive highs and lows. The formula and the way that these indicators are calculated is a little complicated, so I don't explain it here in this video, and you don't need to know the formula because you have this indicator ready to use in all trading platforms, and you only need to know how to interpret that. Anyway, if you're curious to know how it's calculated, or if you want to develop an algorithm based on these indicators and you need the formula, you can easily search in Google and find the calculations in many websites. As I said, you can have only ADX for measuring the strength of a trend, or you can have these indicators together to determine both of the strength or direction of a trend. First, let me explain ADX and let's see how it helps us to evaluate the strength or weakness of a trend. ADX, as I said, is a non-directional indicator, and it helps us to measure the strength or weakness of a trend, but it doesn't give us any information about the direction, and all it tells us is that if the market is trending or not, and if it's trending, how strong it is. This is a valuable information for you to decide to use a trend following system or non-trend following system. ADX moves from 0 to 100, as you can see here. Weiler suggested when ADX is above 25, the trend is strong enough to use trend following strategies, and when ADX is below 20, there is no trend in the market and no trend strategies must be used. Please pay attention that based on your trading style and trading system, and also based on the market that you're trading, you may need to adjust the setting. For example, adjusting the ADX smoothing or DI length, or using levels higher or lower than 25 that was suggested by Weiler to increase or decrease sensitivity and signals. Many traders use 20 as the key level of ADX, and in this video we also use 20 for the convenience of education, and we continue with the default setting here. So as I just said, when the ADX goes below 20, we say that the prior trend is weakened in a way that is stopped and there is no trend in the market. And when this being below 20 continues for a while, the price may go to a consolidation or trading range, and no trading strategies must be used because ADX is telling us that there is no trend in the market. For example, on this chart, you can see that here the ADX goes below 20 and remains below 20, as you can see, and this tells us that there is no trend in the market. And if you look at the price, you see that the price is in a trading range, as you can see. And when a breakout happens and a new trend forms, the ADX goes above 20. And when the ADX is above 20, we say that the market is in a trend and it's strong enough to use trend following strategies. You see that the price declined sharply and suddenly turned up here and again went to a trading range. And if you look at the ADX, you can clearly see that the ADX is below 20 from this point, and here it goes above 20. And if you look at the price movement, you see that the range is broken here and a new trend is forming. And here on this chart, you can see that the ADX goes below 20, which tells us that there is no trend in the market. And from here, it goes above 20, which indicates that the market is trending. And if you look at the price movement, you see that the price is in a downtrend. Here, it instantly turned to an uptrend. ADX is still above 20, as you can see. and here it goes below 20, which indicates no trend and the price is possibly going to a trading range. ADX readings above 50 indicates that there is a very strong trend in the market, and readings above 75 shows extremely strong trend. Please pay attention that direction of the ADX line is also important in evaluating the strength or weakness of a trend. When the ADX is rising and moving higher, it shows that the strength of the trend is increasing and the price actually moves in the direction of the trend. Like this part you see here, the ADX is rising and it shows the movement is strong and in the direction of the trend. And when the ADX is falling and moving lower, like here, it shows that the trend is weakening and it's less strong, and the price may go to a consolidation or a correction, or a reversal may happen, and you see that the price turned up and didn't continue this downtrend. And even in this upside movement, you see that the ADX is making falling peaks and gradually decreasing, which shows the upside momentum is decreasing. And you can clearly see that the ADX is rising in the corrections, and all these indicates that this upside movement is losing strength. And here you see that the ADX goes below 20. So you must pay attention that it's true that while ADX is above 20, it's considered that a strong trend exists. But when you see we have falling peaks in the ADX, it means the momentum is decreasing, gives us a warning that the trend may be ending, and we must watch the price action carefully and manage our risk. For another example here, you see that there is a divergence between price movement and ADX, which means that the price is making higher high, but ADX makes lower high. As you can see, it's a serious warning that the momentum is changing and we may have a reversal, so we may decide to adjust and tighten stop loss and lock in profits. Please pay attention that the divergence doesn't necessarily mean reversal, and after the divergence the trend may continue, or we may just have a consolidation or a correction. The divergence only gives us the warning to watch the price action carefully and to take proper steps for risk management. Alright, so until now you learned how to measure the strength of a trend, and now by the help of these two lines, plus directional indicator and minus directional indicator, we can discover the direction of the trend. Actually, these indicators together form a trading system that helps us in the direction and strength of the trend. Wilder suggested that the first requirement in this trading system is that the ADX must be above 25 so that we can say that the market is in a trend. As I said in this video, we use 20 as the key level of ADX. So the first thing that must be confirmed is that the ADX must be above 20 so that we'll be sure that the price is trending. When plus DI crosses above minus DI, it's a buy signal, and when minus DI crosses above the plus DI, it's a sell signal. For example, on this chart, the ADX goes above 20 here and stay above that. As you can see here, the plus DI, which is the blue line, crosses above the minus DI, the orange line, and it's a buy signal. Or here, the minus DI crosses above the plus DI, and this is a selling signal. Again, here, a buying signal, as you can see, and here the ADX goes below 20. Having perfect buying or selling signals like this doesn't happen always, and you see these crossovers frequently, which means that they are very prone to be false signals and you need to filter them. Like any other tools in technical analysis, you must use ADX and these crossover signals in conjunction with other tools and concepts of technical analysis before taking any buying or selling decision. Alright, that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any question, feel free to ask and leave a comment for me. I'll answer your questions as soon as possible. If you found any value in this video, please like it. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell so you get the notifications of my new videos. See you guys in next video, and good luck with your trading.